Man, he beefing back that bitch daily, gon' fuck around, get him home. See, red, she come out the jets, so a freak and a pussy wet. Got a sister, her name Chanique. Red was a pretty bitch like Medusa, that hoe was cold. Green like a PS5 plus some head that a curls and toes. Fucking on P and Terry, be single, both this bitch bold. Through bring me some loot. Terry then whoop little red, he done beat her and left the bros. To cut up all shit, saved his life.
Lero. That's that boy Lero, man.
Like I said before,
Eddie Valero.
Like, story time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when this shit gon' end, how this shit gon' end.
He did his thing, man. My boy Eddie Valero.
You know the bill has wrong class. This
You know, I like to always
Penske is the trusted source.
I like to always start my my episodes off with at least a track that I fuck with or somebody that I'm listening to or whatever in that sense. It kind of gets me a little bit hyped, get my blood boiling a little bit. As you can see, a nigga was jogging a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But hold on, let me let this
Quality
play.
Lease trucks. Whether you search, call, or bid, we have the right truck for you.
All right, and then you know I go back to my smooth and chill, laid back. This is like my detective music, really, like my private eye shit. But as you can see, we a little bit studious today. I'm suited up. Shouts out to my boy Mick. I ain't doing no tattoos today, so we can get that out of the way. But want to get back into you know what I'm saying, rocking my suits. So that's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Something nice, nothing too crazy, but just a little bit more formal. I do feel like I'll be very, very comfortable in my jogging clothes. So like I'll be up in this motherfucker, jogging shorts, jogging shirt, all the mix, the whole little mix. But this definitely makes me feel a little bit more studious. And you know, we're gonna talk about some things today. Today, we are on episode 51. And what do we have to talk about today? Terry Rozier getting arrested, as well as Chauncey Billups, the coach for this is the Trailblazers, arrested as well. So let's get right into it.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
The track gods are here.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may
I can't see you go.
What's up? This is the Artistic Perspective Podcast. I am your host, Lavelle Ford, and we are here, episode 51. And we are talking about the NBA tip-off. Man, basketball started 2 days ago. I got a fantasy going on, and right now I ain't gonna lie, like, it was irritating because I was picked. I really wanted to show my GM skills, which I still feel like I still was able to prove and like show a bit of my GM skills. But I wasn't able to give the actual ones because I was all the way in last for picking in the draft. I was 10 out of 10 of us. I was the 10th person to go. So I had to wait. And then honestly, like once you get past like 10 players in the NBA, bro, that's most of all the all-stars. Now you're like, it's slim pickings. So I had to be very, very strategic, and the first person I picked didn't even know that he was out, which is Sabonis. But I am going to keep him on my roster. I do not know exactly how long he's going to be out. Hopefully it's not that long, but that is how my fantasy is going. Week 1 for my fantasy is not the cutest. They got me projected to lose by, I think it was last time I looked at it was like 30% or something for me to win. You know what I'm saying? So like, I might lose this week 1, but I still feel strongly in my my GM skills. It just sucks. Since we're here and we're on it, I might as well tell you guys who I have on my roster. So I got Austin Reeves. He did fairly well actually. And then I got Jaylen Brown. I got RJ Barrett. I got Brandon Ingram. I got Pablo Banchero. I be always getting his name wrong. I hope I'm not fucking that up. And then I got Hashimura from that's on the Lakers. Derek Lively, Jay Paulette, and then we have Kevin Porter. I have niggas that's on my bench. I got D-Lo on my bench. I got K Thompson. I got Kelly Oubre on the bench, and I got Bobby Portis. All these niggas was actually fairly ass. Kelly Oubre did a little bit better. It's some niggas that man, like my boy PJ, bro, he wasn't even able to even draft because he wasn't even like he had to do something. And he was already he got a good team. They picked him some auto correct, playered him up, got him some good players. But that's neither him or there. Whatever. Let him have it. I'm going against my boy Ice. Right now, yeah, they got me at 26% to win. They got him at 74, so yeah, whatever. We'll just see how this week goes, man. This is just, 2 days in, really. I don't think I have anybody playing today. Yet to play. 5 people yet to play. So I don't know. I'm not so excited about this week 1. But I will actually get. I feel like we're gonna be I think it's gonna be a lot more closer than what they got it. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's just see how it goes. On to big news. The NBA started, and the first thing that came through the pipeline was sports gambling. Now, Terry Rozier was arrested this morning, and Chauncey Billups. Now, I will say Chauncey Billups was more of like a gambling, like poker thing with some mob niggas. So I'm gonna let these motherfuckers kind of explain it. And then we're going to kind of go from it. But pretty much Terry Rozier, though, he was, it was from some illegal gambling on the sense of him fading or having someone place bets on him. So I'm just giving you the gist of what happened with the Terry Rozier. So he was going through under investigation probably 2 years ago or something like that, or a year and a half ago. And the NBA cleared it, but the FBI didn't, and they stayed on their ass. And I knew the NBA is gonna obviously protect their own, so they're gonna make it seem as if no, everything's good, because they even got it with Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley was not picked up. And right now, that's dead right now until further notice. We don't know if he's going to be back in this situation. Right now, they say he is not tied to this situation. But what I guess Terry Rozier was allegedly accused of was having a couple people I'm not gonna say it was a couple. I don't know exactly how many people, but it was I guess it was noticeable enough people that betted on his under. In this game, he only stayed in for 9 minutes and then went out with a foot injury. Now, this could be just regular, just injury shit. This could be just some shit like this actually happened. But this could also mean Brody ass on some bullshit. And we know that this is a slippery slope, that this could happen with NBA players. This is not good for the NBA though. And this is the first thing they talking about day one of pretty much day one of the NBA, because the day before was only 2 games, and those 2 games was all right. But obviously the big games was today, because it was over. I mean yesterday, which was like 12 games or something, 12 or 13 games. So you think about it. Yesterday was really the big opener, and that happened, and so it kind of put that sting right away on the NBA, to the point where it's like, ooh, man, this is not something that you just wanted, because then it cuts at the integrity of the sport. People are not gonna want to watch it as much, because now they're like, oh, it's all fixed, it's just bets. You know what I mean? They gonna always feel like it's just entertainment. And if some shit came out like that, that'd be like you remember when wrestling had came out and said how like they wasn't real, like everybody knew they wasn't real, but when they came out with it saying that it wasn't real, like it kind of put a shunt on everybody, like damn, like the fuck. But the niggas that knew it wasn't real, like we just stayed, it was like, yeah, these niggas just acting good as hell. But you know, I'm sure it was a bunch of people that really, really wanted that to be said so they could just feel good, like, yeah, that shit just, you know, they just playing around and all this. That's the gratitude of if this NBA get this smear on it. It's like, for the longest, people wanted to say that NBA has been in the gambling drill or whatnot, or it's not fake. I mean that is fake, it's fixed. They make it, it's all storylines and all this shit. And from a consumer, I'm wanting to watch it. I feel like it's not that. But in the back of your head, you can't just not think it is. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just like close off that idea completely. And that's where I'm at with it. So when certain shit like this happens, it doesn't give the NBA enough crutch to stand on, if you hear me right, in a sense. Because because they said this is 2 out of I guess it's 30 other motherfuckers, I believe, in 16 different states, 16 or 11. I don't know the we're gonna play the video. We're just gonna play the video, but I'm kind of getting myself my view on it before we go into it, which was, like I said, it just kills the integrity so much, and so many people want it to be like, oh, I knew it was gambling, I knew it was fake, all that shit, da 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 da. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be good for NBA. It's not gonna be down. The ratings has been going down. I ain't gonna lie, the ratings been going down since Kobe left, but that's just my own set. But the ratings been going down. And it's only going to go down way more when shit like this is shining over day 2 of the NBA. So that is what we're here to talk about. Now, normally I don't speak on a lot of crazy shit that's going on, but we speak sports here. So I have to speak on what's going on if it's sport. Now, if it's more people like, you know what I'm saying, if it's my black people and they getting some shit like that's outside of this sports industry that ain't, you know what I'm saying, it ain't got nothing to tied in with the sport side of it, I don't try to get too much into that. I'm not so much of a clickbait type of guy. I'm more of like news that need to be spoke on. I bet myself. So like this is something that I need to speak on because it's like, come on, my niggas. Like, is this what y'all doing? Like I said, I don't know the severity of Chauncey Billups' side because that says like gambling poker. And y'all just throw poker in there and it throws me off because it's like, so what that got to do with NBA? You know what I'm saying? But I guess there's another guy that was surrounded around the NBA or whatever that's tied to both of these stories, and he also was arrested too. But we're gonna hear it all in this this video. This is my boy Stephen A. and First Take. You know I gotta get the first take on everything now, so we're gonna go ahead and get that.
This morning has seen a ton of breaking news in the National Basketball Association. Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier were arrested as part of FBI investigations into sports gambling. Billups' arrest was part of a separate but related case linked to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia, ABC News is reporting. At the core of Rozier's arrest is a March 2023 game that saw an uptick of Rozier bets come in on the under. Rozier left the game just 9 minutes in, citing a foot injury. Rozier had previously not been accused of any wrongdoing. Also involved in this, former Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones, who was also arrested on charges that he provided inside information about NBA games to co-defendants. FBI Director Kash Patel announced the arrest. Take a listen.
As you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. The grand stage of the NBA.
Now, that's what I meant, and it says over 30 people arrested as part of the sports gambling investigation. Now, I thought they were saying that this is going to be more arrests, but I'm thinking that this might be more of the mob and everybody else that might be tied in, but they don't have them. They're not saying their names. The only people names that's tied to this right now is Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and the one guy, I just forgot his damn name again, that they spoke on. Those were the three names that's tied to the NBA. So yeah, let me get back to what he was saying.
But we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Cosa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families. The fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a
Don't be surprised if the WNBA is next on his list. Because when you've got all of these protests that have been going out there and people that have been protesting against him and what have you.
I will stop this just to go on and say I did speak on WNBA and on this shit. Just wait. Down the pipe hole. Y'all gonna hear it. So that's how we pretty much start off the NBA season, with this talk. And it's crazy. It sucks because obviously we want to be talking about what Wemby did yesterday, which let's speak on who all won and lost yesterday's games, and speak on my pick for MVP of the year, which is Wemby. So we go back to these games. Yesterday, Hornets beat the Nets. It was 117 to 136. So that was an ass whooping. Raptors beat Atlanta, which I had them boys. I also have 3 of them niggas on my motherfucking fantasy. RJ Barrett, like I said, Ingram over there, and they center Paulette. But that was 138 to 118. A lot of these games left too. Every game was like in the hundreds too. Like, that was crazy. I just noticed that. It was like 3 games that went over like 125. Detroit and Chicago. This was a game that kind of upset me. I thought Piston was going to win that game. They lost to Chicago 115 to 111. 115 to 111. And then we got Milwaukee versus Wizards. Chris Middleton came back to show some love, but also played. And that, the Bucks, I had Bucks winning, which was 133 to 120. Spurs beat Mavericks, which I also had that, which was 125 to 92. Let's see what my boy had. Wemby went with 40, 15 with 3 blocks, 40 points and 15. It's a good ass game. I really want to go watch those highlights again. It was a play where he kind of like pump fake, got the nigga with the little jigger, bro, and just went in and did like a ring around dunk. I'm like, this just like, it's just ridiculous how tall this nigga is, bro. And he just putting numbers up, man. It is crazy. From there we go Timberwolves versus Trailblazers. They lost 118 to 114. I actually had Trailblazers winning this game. And then we were talking about Chauncey Billups being the coach of the Trailblazers. He coached in that game. And then this morning, he was arrested. So that sucks. That's terrible. Cleveland, which I had Cleveland on one of my tickets winning this game. But then I also went with the Knicks too on the other ticket. So Knicks and Cleveland, 111 to 119. Heat against Orlando, which I had Orlando winning this, 121 to 125. Now that was a very, very close game. This game blew my ticket up, which was the Celtics losing yesterday by 1 point. 117 to 116. It was a point in that game too. Brody ass went crazy. They got a rookie over there that played majority all the minutes. God damn, 42 minutes? What? He went for 5 threes. 5 for 13. He was shooting that bitch. Edgecombe, I guess this was his rookie debut. 34 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 threes. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. Right next to my boy Tyrese Maxey, that might be something crazy. Which was real weird was Embiid for 4, 6, and 2. What's this? New best viewer. What's this? I don't know what that's about. Yeah, so that was terrible. So Celtics really was the game that kind of blew my ticket up. Then we had Pelicans versus Grizzlies. I actually think I had Pelicans on this game, and that was 122 to 128. Clippers lose to Jazz. That was the one. What the fuck happened over there? Let me see this box score. Harden went for 15, 2, and 11. Whoa. Kawhi Leonard only for 10, 4, and 2. Zubac, 9. Bradley Beal, when did he go over there? Lou Marketing, 26 and 5. Okay. How many threes? 4 threes. I had him for 3 threes. Man. We got to get right, y'all. We got to get right. If we in the chat, we in the chat. Let me know. Going on 45 minutes. In the last game, Phoenix against the Kings, which I had Phoenix winning that game. It was 116 to 120. Today's game, I don't think we only have 2 games today, which is the Thunder versus Pacers, so the finals rematch, which is no Tyrese Halliburton, obviously, so that's not going to be the best game. OKC is definitely going to win that game, and then I got Golden State going up too, only because Nuggets haven't played a game yet. This is their first game today. Their first game and Pacers' first game. So both of these teams will be a little bit rusty, and these other 2 teams have already knocked off that little bit of a rust. I feel like Curry's going to have a little bit more of a better shooting game. I had him for 5 threes last game, and I think he only went for 2 of them. But so I feel like he should definitely get 5 of them today, and then maybe we can smack a couple tickets. But those are the games for today. And that's pretty much what happened in the NBA. We're going to cap this off. This episode just kind of really just speaking back on just the gambling part. Like, guys, it's became very, very serious, and it's going to get a lot more serious. What's coming this year long? I feel like a lot of NBA players is going to move a little bit differently. Ain't going to be on that gambling shit. Y'all make so much money. So much money to be caught up into that bullshit. But I understand and know how that can get you in that mix of things. Like my boy Michael Porter was saying. Over the summer, he was talking about that shit. Don't be surprised if they don't be on his ass too. He's over there in Brooklyn. But yeah, just hope the best. I hope Terry Rozier figure it out, man, and he's able to get past this, as well as Chauncey Billups, man, a black coach for Trailblazers. Man, he's a good coach over there, and for this to come down the turnpipes just like and mess up that whole situation, it really sucks. It really sucks for him. And I just remember back in the day, like just right before he even got that coaching job, it was so many people that was just like, you know what I'm saying, wanted him to be a coach, you know what I mean? And now he got that chance, and then this goes down the line and it sucks. So, we're going to keep a close eye on this, and I will keep you guys details on what's next to come from this, and more NBA to come. I'm definitely going to do another episode where I might probably throw my bets out for NBA as well. Might throw my bets out for football as well. There's a football game that's going on today, Vikings versus Chargers. I'm going to throw a little bet in for that. So maybe I'm just going to knock out this other episode. It's going to be pretty much like my bets for the day too as well. So this is your boy Levelle Ford, and this is the Artistic Perspective Podcast. And we out.